Welcome to the channel. Today we are just gonna be chatting while I'm doing the dev work here. So I'm gonna say some Bronx stories. We're gonna cover some limbs and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm unapologetically Bronx. I don't care what corporate rigmarole butthead is gonna say. You like my product or you don't like my product, take it or leave it. That's it, plain and simple. I'm not being hard-headed or whatever. I'm just saying, people are allowed to be themselves, and I'm not in the corporate arena anyway, so I could say whatever the hell I want. So last time, and you guys welcome to comment all you want. You got any questions, just say it. And let me make sure I got my chat box up and running right now. All right, and yep, okay, I got my chats here. I got it. All right, and let's have at it. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, perfect, perfect, and perfect. All right. So last time on limbs, we got everything down packed, but now we have to go through each system and make sure that all the bugs are worked out. So I remember when we tried to search the samples on the first try, we weren't able to get it, but once we played around with filtering, it started to work, right? So let's just figure that out, and then it's just this first try first. Let's just first run, right? While this is loading up, I do remember I got some Bronx stories. It's pretty funny. When we was growing up, yeah. But anyway, let's work through this first, okay? So I want to make sure that we could look for Ashley King. Oh, it is working, okay. Patient is working, and then I want to make sure we could look through SMP TAC 20. Yep, that's working, right? The problem with SMP is it's still. Oh, I see, because the help has the SMP in it as well. Let's just look for help and see that one. Yep, that's working. So I was wrong about the bug. Right. So what happened was I put an SMP in. So since this sample has SMP, it's going to look for SMP. But so I double checked. I said, let's just look for help. It has help, right? So we can cover that, right? And then we're going to say blood type. It won't do blood because blood type is a sample type in which we could just go like this. Funny how that's not okay. Clear filters. Just make sure we just looking for blood. No, this is not working properly. Swab. All right, yeah, it's not working properly. So we got to double check that, right? And then we got to do priorities. Is priorities working? Priorities working normally. Urgent, yeah. Stat, yeah. Okay, and then status. We just want the pending. No, that's working properly. That's working. And completed, that's working. All right, let's clear filters. And then I think we had a problem with the dates. Clear filters. Clear filters is not really working very well. We had a error on that as well. So far we have the types. That's not working very well. And clear filters is not working very well with the dates. So, but it did. Okay. So let me see. We go, I want to search for, this takes way too long. Wait. We can't be having people clicking. So we got to find a solution for that later. Maybe we could type in date 2. We could have that option as well. That would be cool. And then here, I want everything before 2025, right? So all those 26s should go away, which it did. Well, it also got rid of everything else. So that's something we got to figure out as well. All right. Well, all right. So let's just figure this out first. All right, so we're gonna go into the code here, and just make sure we could. Okay, we got. Okay. All right. Code first. Okay, so let's go to Op Studio, make sure we got a code window. Just open up the code first. All right, so as you saw last time, uh, we went to the main menu. We put everything on the main tabs button right here. Tabs button, and we have the tabs content, and then the sample search. Correct? All right. There was also another one. Double click didn't work for the first sample, but it worked for all the other windows. So I remember that. Header filter. Where's the sample search window? Is this it? Samples? No. No. Oh, it's gonna be. We do gotta change this. All right, so that's the sample row header, right? Okay. Let's move this over to here. Sample that way. So what we can do is without having to rewire everything up, we just copy the component and we're gonna add it here. And we're gonna right click and say add component. So everything is the same as before. But then we go over here and what we do is we remove this component and then we say, hey, this unpack the whole prefab completely. All right, so then we have the same patterns everything else. We just click on the actual content name and then we have it here. Okay, that makes sense. So let's just open this up so we could edit. All right, and then we are going to add a window towards it to it as well. We're going to say window capture VS. Okay, and then we are going to, yep, there we go. Can everybody see that? No, not yet. Okay, give me 1 second. All right, and let me make sure that you're able to see, pick up the whole screen what we need to. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to move this down a bit to right here. There we go. All right, and everybody can see it now? Cool. All right, so in our little, let me clear this. No, that's fine. All right, so in our little thing here, we are in a sample panel. Let's stretch this out so we can have a better view of things. All right, let's go all the way to the top. I always like to start at the top. Okay, so we have our type drop down. So let's just cover that first. Let's see what's going on with that first. So we got here, we go here. Okay, so we got simple tissue, add listener. All right, and then we apply filter, current type filter, type options filter. All right, applying filter search current items is either status priority or to current to. Okay, so we're adding the take time to, we're appending that. Okay, so we got all the samples, we get the filtered samples. And if the string is null or white, current term is not, we are going to search for the lower and we're going to do a link process. So what link is, it's a library called LINQ, right? I just say link. It's probably pronounced something else, but for our purposes, who cares? All right. And so what that does is, okay, so we have the filtered samples, right? Okay. Now we're gonna say where S, which is we're iterating. So iteration means, you know what iteration, like we're doing a for loop. We're actually doing a for loop, and then this S means every instance or every index of that value, which is going to be the S is going to be the value, where the S is going to be barcode, is either lower or contains search. Okay, and then the patient name is either lower or contains the search, which is cool, and we get that, right? So we get the filter, we get the search. So what are we doing with the search? So variable search, oh yeah, current search term, search to list, filter to list. Now we are going to apply the filter. Current status is either original, ignore case, to list. Make sure current priority filter, and then current type filter. Current type filter to list, and then the current where we're checking every index in that list, right? And then we're gonna say if S is sample type equals to current system, then that's gonna be included into the filter. All right, so that's is the last. All right, so then we are going to apply date filter, which I'm not too happy about. I gotta make sure we try parse, yeah, make it better. Patch the link, right? And then we're gonna sample data filters and then add to the scroll data, update the scroll data. All right, so let's just do this from the debugger. So we're gonna run attach to the Unity, and then we're gonna run debug on it. See if we can follow what's going on. Oh yeah, I remember. I remember. I got to give you a Bronx story. So we was teenagers and we was hanging out in Fordham Road, right? And we, it was Jose. It was a guy named Jose and a guy named Sean. Sean's always on a straight and narrow. He'll mess around. He'll laugh it off and everything like that. But he was always straight and narrow. Well, Jose wasn't. Jose was always a daring dude. I could just say daring. Like he was very, very daring. So one time, um, he had this. So he had this idea. So he will always try to pick up girls, right? So he had this one idea where he'll go down on one knee and say, "Would you marry me?" Now, now Jose was the original goth kid. Like he dressed like like Count Dracula all the time. He had the naturally pale skin and wavy DA and all that stuff like that. And he was a good looking kid. He was a little chubby, but I mean he was good looking. Right at that time he wasn't chubby, but now he's a little chubby. He's kind of fat, right? He's overweight. But he did that to a strange woman, right? And then in front of a store, I remember it was a sneaker store. I think it was V8 Vance or something like that. And then the husband came out. The husband came out. And the husband started calling him his doo-doo. You doo-doo, you doo-doo, you doo-doo. And so we were so scared, right? And then the guy went to punch Jose out, right? And I was just scared. I was like in shock. I was like, oh shit, what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna do. So I jumped on the guy's back and then Sean tackled the guy while I was on the back. The guy he grabbed the legs and thing. And then we hit the guy a couple of times, didn't do anything really. The guy just came out, it looked like he just came out of jail, right? And then we booked. A book is a slang in the Bronx slang meaning to run. So we booked, man. We ran. That guy would not give up. He chased us for like, I don't know, man. We ran from the top of the because we ran down, right? Because you run faster going downhill than going uphill, right? Of course. So we ran from the 4 train on Fordham Road to all the way down to Fordham University. And that was like a long way, man. That's like a good 5-10 minute run, man. Man, he chased us and he must have just worked out in jail all the time. That dude I thought he was gonna run slow. No, man, that guy must have been running in jail for long. We ran all the way down, man. And then when we got to Fordham Road, when we got to Fordham University, I said, "Yo, man, we ain't got no choice, but we gotta have to break up in 3." So Jose went straight, I went to the left, and Sean went to the right. And we said we meet up in Little Italy for a pizza shop. So we met up in Little Italy, like I think like 20-30 minutes later. Man, I don't know who that guy chased. I forgot who he chased. I think he just chased Jose because that's the one he was really pissed at. Well, maybe Sean, because Sean did knock him down. But I jumped on his back. So, and you gotta remember, man, we was like 16 years old. This guy was like, man, in his 30s or something like that. Big ass Puerto Rican dude. He's a fair skin like Jose too. He kind of looked like Jose, except he was just huge. Man, we ran. And at the end of the day, we was like, damn, Jose, why you gotta do stupid shit like that all the time? People, and Sean was really bad too. He was like, yeah, man, why you gotta do stupid shit like that? All right, okay, let's try it again. It didn't work. So that was pretty funny. All right, let's try this just a chat it to here and see if it works this time. All right, let me see if it works again. If it works. Okay, so let's apply the filter. Sometimes the order is messed up or something like that, or maybe something crashes, or maybe we uh, try to uh, grab a field that's not there, that doesn't exist. All right, all right. So this did it work? No. Apply filters. Okay. So what was it? On status. What was it? On type. On top. Okay, let's try this again. All right. There we go. Okay, so we are going to apply filters. And let's go down here, right? And so we got all the data, which is the filter data. And we got fit data, right? Because that's what we set up to do. Okay, now after this is just filtering the data that we grabbed from the database already, right? But later on, we're gonna want to actually use when we filter that, we actually want to request another. I think that's the better way of doing it. Request another SQL query that filters the data from the query that we're asking, right? So I think we're gonna need to do that. All right, so we're gonna make sure that the search term is just none, which means all, right? Well, actually, I think it is. It is doing that, yeah. So it is. It's just so the search term is not. So we are going to filtered, right? We are going to go see if current filter status filter is nothing. Oh, that's why current status filter is nothing. Status no type stat. Well, it is nothing. Okay, so we're gonna skip that. And current type filter is blood. Okay, so we want to filter when the type filter is blood and is comparison to the original ignore case, right? And then we want to say filter, right? And then we are going to see barcode type. There is no type. Sample type. Oh, sample type is blood, right? And we're gonna say original ignore case. All right, I just want to make sure that if original ignore case is good, is that a good solution? Let me just see. C sharp example. Oh, C sharp, but not C3. All right. So I'm just gonna make sure string compare is recommended way to perform fast case insensitive. Okay. So yeah, um, it ignores the case, right? The use. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's capital or uncapital, right? So we're just gonna grab all the ones that says blood, right? Okay. So now we got 49. So it was 50 and now we got 49. So it is working properly. All right, for that. But we'll try it again. We always try to do three samples just to make sure that it's working. And then you try to come up with an idea like maybe off case or something like that. So that will, maybe that'll help you figure out the bugs, right? Because the last thing you want to do if you put in production, and everybody's gonna be pissed at you because the QA is not really meant to fix your code. The QA is really there just to make sure your code is working, but they're not gonna fix your code. They're just gonna hand it back to you, right? If you're working in the corporate area, then it's gonna say sample filtered. So it's 49 sample, right? Okay. So now we got all bloods, right? So now I want to test to make sure I don't want any blood. I just want urine. All right. So then we go back. All right. And then it's going to say sample type index 2, which is going to be urine, right? So then we're going to go down in here. I'm going to go double click. Okay. So we are searching for, okay, it hasn't rendered to the console yet. Okay. So no, oh, come on. Okay. Is that, no, we're not doing priority filters. Okay, filter, and then we should get a whole lot less. We only got one. There we go. Oh God. I'm sorry about that, folks. All right, and then make sure that's working proper. All right. So, and then we are going to see if we only got one and we only got one urine. Oh, that's probably why. Urine, sample type. Let's look at it. Sample type, sample name. Oh, I didn't put the sample type. Oh, it's another post to fix. Sample type ID. No. Sample type. Oh, okay. Audit trail, nothing. Okay, so that's some. Maybe that's maybe this is an old one, probably. All right. Okay, so then okay, so that's working. So now let's work with let's see if we could do two no sample type. Okay, so oh okay, so there was zero. All right, so let's work with two filters. Let's see if we can get that. All right, working, right? Okay, so we're gonna press play again. Let's bring this down. We're gonna work with two of them now. All right, so let's see if we can filter two. We'll do it one at a time, step by step. Make sure we do it right. Okay, so first we have the status, which is we just want status from pending. Okay, we just want all the pending statuses. So we got oh, we only got one. All right, so now we only want received. We got all the received types. Why is it not going here? Oh, I know why it's not going there. We have to put the stopper. Right, and then we go here. Right. Okay. And then processing. No, still not stopping. Set priority filter. Set status. Set search. Let me see. Why is it not going? All right. It's golden. No, not stop. It's not. Well, I mean, at least we know it's working. Completed. Okay, nothing has been completed. Nothing has been processing. So what we're doing is this. Okay, over here. Oh, we got zero references. No. Oh, but okay. And make sure that we are having the events. Okay, status drop down. This is good. Set up filter items on listener. Okay. All right. Let's do this again. Now it should work. There we go. Okay, so now we go here. We go here. Yeah, but it should also go here. Filtered. Now the status. Current filter status, which is going to be pending, right? We're looking for all the pending ones. So now we're going to use link. We're going to use to iterate through all the lists, right? So we don't have to put for each one. This is just a quick way of doing it. And this is a quick library. It's a really super fast library. Sometimes, as long as you keep it to minimal. Okay, and then we have ignore case, so we don't care about the upper or lowercase on the text. It's just going to grab both. Now it says filtered one. We only got one left, right? So that's the pending, which is correct. All right. So now we don't want pending all of them. We just want those that are completed. And then we're just going to go in here and here again. And it's going to be the first one, filtered, which is zero. We got nothing. Nothing was completed. So now what we're going to do, wait a minute. I just want to make sure. Okay. We are getting user sample. We are getting search. We're still going through the search. Oh, search. The problem, okay, this is the problem, right? We're just filtering what we have already, which may or may not be the behavior that you want. So the reason is we want to, every time we filter something, for the actual SQL to be filtered. We want to grab the data again. So let's just look at how we grab the data, and then we could run the data. Okay, so we search samples, right? We are searching the sample. See, we're not doing that either. Okay, so I think I had this set up for, there we go. Apply filters. All right, let's go here again. Let's turn this off. Let's go to the screen here. Search sample input. All right, and then sample search, sample input. Okay, there we go. Search input. So we got the search input. I know that's working because we actually tested it. Okay, sample inputs. Okay, so then we applied the filter. Okay, so this is the problem, right? When we first loaded up, apply filter. Okay, search filters through all sample data. Let's just make sure all sample data. All sample data. And okay, so this is where we are getting low sample. That's the problem. That's the problem right here. Max result. So you see what I'm saying with the logic, right? So every time we apply a filter, we don't want to just filter the stuff that's on the screen already that we already grabbed, right? We want to grab stuff, new data from the database itself. Does that make sense, right? So, okay, so just like the sample service, get all sample service, max results, okay? So do we have a method in here? We put in here. Wait, actually, no, let's just, do we have a method in here that lets us do search? Okay, because I know we are doing it in the other one, right? So hold on a second. Here, and then unload samples, load for samples, authentic, sample service, max results. Yeah, we only doing one. Load test data, we don't care about that anymore because we're not loading. Search samples. Search for samples, search samples. There we go. Search samples right here. Right? Search samples, and that's what we're gonna search for right here. And so what we do, we're gonna take this method, which is actually using search sample async, right? Max results in the search term. We're actually gonna go here to where we was in the filter, right? Because all right, I want my behavior that I want is every time we do uh um a a filter to re-query the database because I want the most up-to-date data that we can possibly get. I don't want data that we already cached. Does that make sense? Because it might something else might have come up. Is that okay? All right, so that makes sense, correct? All right. So and then let me see. Let me look at the. Hold on a second. Let me just look at. Okay, and then I have. And then I have. There we go. All right. All right. Let me just double check on this. Oh, sorry. Double check on this. All right. I'm good. I'm good here. All right. So that's the problem. So my problem is okay. We are going to search for the new data, right? Those samples. Let's go back here. Search term. Yeah. So let's go back here. Oh, it's the filter right here. Oh man, apply filter. That's the problem, right? So on apply filter, we are not recurring, which we need to do the data. Okay, so how can I do this? Current search term. Okay, so we have this right here, and then we have search term, right? And then we go here. No, that's not what we want. Load a sample, that's fine. So test data, search samples, there we go, search term. Okay, but then we need to search term. All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. We'll do it bit by bit, right? Okay. Search term, search samples. All right, and then we are going to not filter, current search term, right? And let's see if that works all the time. Let's see if that works. Okay, if there is no search term, else 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 load samples sync. Okay, right. Okay. So what we're doing is if there is no white space, there's something we're gonna do is a brand new search for it. If not, we want not the new load sample. It shouldn't want to do a new load sample. All right, so right, am I correct? All right, let me see if that's true or not. I'm just gonna. This is a up here. It's a comment on comment. You can just do that and just to test stuff out. So what we're gonna do is gonna do that, and we'll test this. We'll test it one bit by bit, right? So kind of like when when you're running from the cops, and there's too many cops on each corner, you gotta divide and conquer. So you gotta make sure you don't run into all the cops. You gotta divide and conquer. So if you're in a group like me, Jose, and Sean did, when that guy was chasing us, you gotta like split it up in three, right? And then then the guy has to go one by one, right? But anyway, that was offensive joke. I mean, unapologetic joke. But yeah, so let's just try that first, right? And we want okay, so we got all the data, right? But now we just want to look for all the Jose's in the database, right? But that's what we're gonna do. All the Jose's. Jose. There we go. And we still got 50, almost close to 50, but this time we queried it. So we got fresh data, right? So let's do it again, right? So clear all filters. That's what we gotta do. When we clear all filters, we gotta do load again. All right. So let's see. I'm gonna show you. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys didn't see that because I had this stupid visuals. You guys gotta remind me to close out and open out um um stuff, right? So we're gonna load it, right? And so as you can see, we have a lot of Jose's, right? Right, and we have about 50 of everything, right? But I want to see how many John Does I got. I just want to see Johns, right? New ones, John. So as you can see, we got a lot. This wasn't there before, right? Right, that wasn't this. This just prove it again. All right. All right. So we got 14 systems now that we have to load up. So we are going to look for Johnson. Okay. Now, as you can see, there's no other Johnsons, mostly all Jose's, right? So what we're gonna do is, I just want to look for more Johnsons. See, as you can see, we queried more things for the data, and that's the behavior that I want. I want to be able, because before we wasn't doing that. I'm gonna show you what, and you wasn't getting new data, right? So this just okay. This just I'm gonna do that. And just do this like this. We're gonna uncomment this, and we're gonna comment this out. Okay. And you're gonna see that it's just gonna be caching the first load, right? The first loading of all data. And that's not the behavior that we want, right? We want to be able to let the user get fresh data from the database. So you want to query every time, unless of course we have. Oh well, that's just listeners. We haven't gone to the listeners part yet, but I'll show you how listeners work later on. You can actually add listeners to this, but in every scene you shouldn't have a lot of listeners. I would say you should have like maybe 3 or 4, because when you make it too much, it just slows down the system. When you add too many listeners. Okay, as you see, right? Okay, now I want to look for Johnson's. This is gonna be cached. See what I'm saying? You're not getting a new list of Johnsons. Right? That's not the behavior that I want. Okay, that's not the behavior that I want. So let's revert that back. All right, and then else, yeah. So else, if the search term is blank, please load up the original samples. All right, and let's see if that works. Okay, let's see how that works. So one time while this is loading up, I'll tell you another. One time in the Bronx, also, well, we used to ride our bikes everywhere because that's the only, a lot of times we couldn't afford to get on the train, or we ride our bikes to the next train station so we could hop on the train station. Correct. So we will end up like in Brooklyn and Manhattan, man, like, we would ride up and down. And Manhattan's like a 21-mile long or 26-mile long, not including the ride back home, right? Once you got to the Bronx. So yeah, we used to ride through all that stuff, man. I remember we used to go ride through Central Park, and we would spend the whole day and night out there. And then some neighborhoods, like people wanted to kick us out, and it wasn't just the gangs. It would be like rich white people or something like that, retardos. All right. So basically, I am going to say Johnson. Right. Yep. Okay. So we got all the Johnsons, you see. But now when I highlight this and yeah, you see how it updates everything again, right? It goes back to the norm. So I just want the king, right? I just want king. It's giving me all the Ashley Kings, right? All the Ashley Kings. And then I just want, you see, it's fixing it, right? I want all the Bettys. So this is working really, really good. As you can see, we are getting it. And then if you want more, which I don't suggest, but yeah, you can do it. Yeah, you can do it. If you want more than 50, you could set this up max results. We want it to be 1,000, right? Let's see how fast. We could do some stress tests. We're doing some stress tests. But really, you shouldn't go more than 100 at a time. But, for each their own. Right? So, as you can see, we got 1,000 results. I think this is, oh yeah, these are all different. Yeah. We got 1,000 results, and it's still working really, really, really fast, right? And then let's say we just want married. So we have married. There we go. We got married, but married there's only so much, right? And then we want Gary. Do we have a Gary? Gary Garcia. We got a Garcia. No Garys. We got a Garcias. We got Garcias, and right there, okay. And then we got Jose's. And Jose's. Jose was. I thought Jose was more, but oh. So we are working very, very well. And then, as you can see, it reverted back to what we had in the beginning. All right. All right. Copacetic. Right? All right. So viewport. All right. Okay. So what else we need to do? We needed to not just the status. Okay, so we need to do a search and see if this status filter works. Then we do a search and see if priority system works as with itself. We do another search and we do a type. And I know we had a problem with the dates. Also, you may want to add some functionality to these things right here. So let's say if you say barcode, I want it to be listed via the barcode ascending or descending. So you need to write some queries for that. And then you write the queries in your service, right? Because that's the pattern, right? We are doing it search sample. Let me see what was the come on, right? And then in your search sample service, let's see if we have anything like that. No, you have to add in your search right here. You have to add like uh barcode is like blah 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 descending, ascending, descending, ascending. See, we have all that, right? We have descending right here, order by descending, and you would change this out. That makes sense? You do something like this with descending or descending, and then you have to feed it the search term limit, and then you have to probably add some parameters here, so you can add it to this parameter here. Does that make sense? Right? Okay, search term limit, search term tenant ID. You have the tenant ID from here, but you need to add some parameters here, not just to search term to do descending, ascending. Okay, and you gotta say if you want to change the collection this right here to something else. Okay, all right, but we'll do that later. We'll do it like I said. We're doing one step at a time. Okay, so then we're gonna press play, and we're gonna see what's going on here. All right, let me just check. Again, if you guys got any questions, just ask, interrupt, what have you. I'll be glad. Even if it's not about programming, it's about any antics that I got into when I was a kid. Now, everybody said I was a small kid, but I weighed about 160 pounds and I was skinny. I looked skinny. I looked very, very skinny. So I don't know if that's a small kid or not. To me, that's like medium size. All right. So we got status, right? Pending. Okay, so that's coming up. We don't need to do that. Okay, we got all the pending, all the ones that are pending. Okay. Now I want to search also by Jose. Jose that is pending. No. Continue and pending. See, pending only. See, we still are top charts change pending. Okay, now we're gonna go into the filter. I'm gonna filter this really nice. Personally, I like to the search term. We grab all the search terms, right? Okay, and make sure that we are actually search term. Let me go in there. Let me see if it's search term low. Okay. Oh, so we don't. Oh, okay. So we don't. I forgot. Okay. So we don't need this. Let's just add extra code that we don't need right here because it's doing it for us already. Okay. But step in. Right. Okay. So we are going to grab the samples. Boom. Right. All samples clear. Right. We're clear. I think we should clear it first, but as you know, whatever. All sample data, right? Boom, boom, boom. All right, let's skip all this stuff. We know that's working fine, right? Oh, I see what's going on. I see what's going on. Okay, it's going here and it's going back, but it's not doing anything else. Okay. Okay, so then we've got to go here. Let me see if it actually hits stop. Stopper, it doesn't. I think it should hit that stopper. And then let's go here. Let's see, we got the welfare cheese. Okay, so we do a search, right? Let's say John. It didn't even let me do it. Okay, so, all right, so filtered 1,000 view. Okay. See, is this doing apply filters? All right, so I'm trying to figure this out. So we are calling search. Does anybody see what I'm doing? So let's see, we do search. All right, let's just do this. I want to make sure that it's working. Right. Yes. Apply filters. All right. Oh, okay. So filters. Okay, we're going down here. And then, see, that's why, that's the problem. Let me see. So we're supposed to grab the filtered. Okay. Oh, man, I did it wrong. Is this grabbing the filter? Is this actually saving to the filter? Sample data. No, it's not. Sample, yeah, you see, it's not. That's the problem. Reload data. I want to reuse this, but then filter. It's two separate things that we're saving it to. And there we go. So we got the filtered. It's going to be new. All sample data. Okay. All sample. Oh, so it's okay. So this is all sample data. All right. I see what's going. I see what's going on. We need to move this from here to down. All right. All right. All right. And I'm going to put it here. And I'm going to put it here. Yep. After we filtered it. After we search for it. Sample data, which is going to be this one. All right. So let's go. Let's go. Try one more time. And then we're going to try it. We're going to save all. Save all. And then we're going to go here. Right? So what happened was we were kind of caching it in the wrong order. Okay, so we want after we search for it. Sorry. All right. So let's see how that works. It's still loading up for me. All right, let's try it again one more time. One more time. Oh, sorry. Got to get the microphone closer. Anyway, so after all this filtering, I think the microphone actually works really good now. Okay, so now we're gonna say John. Actually, let me write it down first in a notepad. That way I can just copy and paste. No, hopefully it works. Copy and paste. Okay, let's say John. Okay, and so we our system is case insensitive. So we got search term is J. Yeah, you see. All right, so it's gonna do it every time. All right, search samples. Okay, we got it done. There we go. Now the filter is 1,000. Search sample was 1,000. Oh, that's you got 1,000 Johns. All right, so well, 1,000 J's. Yeah, we probably do have 1,000 J's. Filtered sample data. Yep. And then it transfer this back to sample data. And then we're gonna go here and then debug. Debug, 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 debug. Okay, so we got John. So okay, so now we want to do just the status as well. Okay, we want to do drop down, right? Filters, right? So this that's the I think that's not a problem. It's not. It really isn't. Okay, so then we have search term, which is John. Oh, okay, that's fine. Continue. Okay, so now we got the filter 74. We got a 74, and the status filter is pending. Okay, so now we want to get just everything that's in the filter pending, case insensitive, and then we want to do is the status is equal. Yes. All right, so now we got 8. All right, so that's working well now. Okay, so the status is pending, but we still getting some completed status. What is going on? I just want pending. All status. I'm gonna skip that, right? And we all got John. John Garcia, John Brown. Has some John in it. Lopez. Lopez is John Lopez. Okay, John. Okay. That seems to be working. All right. Also, we want to do infinite scroll. So when we get to we're gonna fix this so when we get to the bottom, we're gonna paginize it and it just keeps going. All right, so I want to make sure that's all just depending. All right, so status filter. Okay. All right. Okay, so status filter is pending. All right, so all the filtered ones, look at the filters. And we are looking at the status, right? Current is pending. All right, we want to make sure we want to be able to see watch the code. Add to watch. Okay, so we added to the watch. Status processing. Okay, we don't want processing. Status completed. Okay, so this is all of them. 73. All right. All right. 73. So let's go back. Watch. No. 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 What's my sample? No, not sample. 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 Not the sample service. We had the sample panel. There we go. Sample panel. All right. And so then status filter equals to status, right? That's current status is pending. We have 74, right? 74, yeah. Now we need to have less than 74. We have 8. Okay, 8. That's what we're supposed to have is 8. Filtered is 8, and it's going to go to sample data. It's 8 now. Now the scroller has to reload the data. Then we debug and we filtered, right? All right, trigger events. Huh, that's really weird. We'll get to the bottom of this. It kills me. All right, so 8. Samples. Mm-hmm. Okay, so there's no. I think the problem is this. It went from. There we go. I think we are doing it twice by accident somewhere. All right, so let's just figure this problem out. Like everything else in software engineering, it takes a while, and sometimes you call the method way too many times. So we got to get this order correctly, done correctly, and that way we won't have a problem. So first of all, let's get rid of some of these things. We don't need it. All right. Okay, so we don't need that stuff. All right. So on start, reload the. Actually, you know what? Let me take a break. I'll be right back. Get some water, go bathroom break. Be right back, folks. All right, buddy, I'm back. Okay, so we're gonna fix this problem by making sure that things are in the proper order of execution. Okay, so when I press search, it's just should do the search, right, and it'll do the apply filter and all that. We're gonna make sure it's not doing it twice. I think we're filtering way too much. All right, and so we're gonna start with the search input, right? That's what most people are gonna start with. So we're gonna say if search is not add listener on search change, right? And then we're gonna do this, right? So we're gonna make sure that this stuff is working correctly. Okay, so yep, So this run it. I'll put a stopper right there, and let's just run it. Okay, so we're loading up. All right, so I want to say Bob now. So that's working. Sorry about that. That's working. All right, and so search term is converted to current search term, and then we're gonna go to apply filter. Go to apply filter. Okay, we're gonna do search term. Okay, so the search term was that. Then we'll do the. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, but then it doesn't. Hmm. Hmm. So did we do that? Debug info, sample panel. No, sample panel. Yeah, it's just for some reason it's just not hitting it. All right, let's do it again. So we want Bob. Oh, there we go. All right, and so search term is BO, and we're gonna go down here. Search for terms. All right, so what happened was this search term, and then we're okay. That's fine. That's perfectly fine, right? And then it's not search term. We search for the term. If not, we already learned loading the samples right here. Okay, if it's a string, so we don't need to add that. We fixed that problem. Oh, I'm sorry. So then we hit the for loop here, which add everything, and then we go back over here, which is this is where we at. So sample data become 150 becomes that, and then we don't have any filters yet. That okay, we already did that. We haven't applied any date filters to it yet either. Okay, and then we save everything that was filtered, which was 150, gonna go here. And we're gonna reload the data, and then we're gonna okay. So we're only doing it once. Oh, why are we reloading the data twice? That's the big problem. Because we're reloading the data again, and then it goes back to that. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? See, then it got. That's where we doing it. That's where we fucking up. All right, we should only reload the data once. For example, so I'm gonna let since this is I'm gonna let that, and then we're gonna go. I'm gonna get rid of that because we're reloading the data twice. See, we're reloading the data twice. Okay, let's try it now. We are reloading the data twice, and I don't think we should be doing it. All right. Give me 1 second, folks. Come on, hold up. So while this is loading up, I'll give you another story. Uh, it's my firm belief that New York pizza is the best pizza. I mean, I've been in Japan. We have pizza there, which was pretty good, but it's mostly seafood, right? Which is good. I love the idea that everybody grabs something and then make it their own. I think that's like the coolest thing ever. That being said, the worst pizza I ever had was like California pizza. For some reason, that thing sucks, man. It's just, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what they're thinking when they make that damn pizza. It's junk food. What do you expect? It's like 3,000, 4,000 euro junk food. All right, let's just try it again. So Bob, okay. So see, we don't need to apply we don't need to so Bob, right? Because we don't need to reload the data because we reloading the data here. Am I correct? Right? B, right? Apply filters, right? We reloading the data here, right? So let's put a stopper here just to make sure that it's going there all the time. See, it's going there. See, we don't need to do it again. See, but this runs after. Async. Oh, because it's an asynchronous. Okay, so we do. Okay, so that's the problem. That is the problem. All right, I found it. It needs to be asynchronous. Search term. No. I don't want it to forget. I want it to await. Correct? Yep. And then we have to await this too. Right? Await. You see this is the await, right? Because we have to wait for it. Then we have to wait for this. There we go. Oh, come on. What's wrong with it? Stay void. All right, so I know there was something. Apply filter, await, 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 await. All right, so it's await. All right, so let me make sure. All right, let me X grok how he did it, and then I could tell you how I can do it. Unity. And then we are having a problem with this one, which is search a sample. Grok. Okay. And then we have the problem. Where's my console? Where's my console? Okay. Where's my console? Okay, so the problem is we have to do an await over here because it's going afterwards, right? We have to wait for this to catch up. So we have to call this here. We have to make sure it stops here so it doesn't continue here. And then we could just continue on with the work, right? So search sample. So it says here we have to make it to a task. Wait return. Wait clear sample, say clear sample. All right, so we gotta go up here and make this into a not a void, a task. I don't think we'll be able to do it. Let me see. Okay. Actually, no. I think. Let me make sure I went too fast. All right. Version control. No, it is system threading task. All right. Now let's go back. All right. Yep, we couldn't wait it. Okay. Now let's run it and see if it runs. If it runs all right. All right. Let's close this out. All right, and then you have to tell Unitask that it's just a task. Come on, load up. So, yo, the Canisius in New York is awesome, man. Especially with mustard right? And then and then the pizza shop that have the beef patty with the cocoa bread. Man, that stuff is good. All that stuff is bad for you, but it tastes good, man. Oh, and then we had the wonton, the fried chicken wings with the wontons at the Chinese restaurants all the time or takeouts. That was pretty cool. Bob. Okay, so now we go in here, right? And then I knew we was because all right, and then we wait. Okay, we waited. All right, so now we shouldn't have to go back. Let me see. Okay, we go to the filter, and that's it. Yep, we're not going back and forth. What happened was we had to wait for the new data from the database. We wasn't awaiting. Um, and so thus we reloaded the data and loaded the data again, in which we was missing stuff, right? So O, right, and then which caused us to have the wrong reload data, wrong data that we're displaying. Okay, so now I don't know why this is going to just bob now. Okay, so let's go here, go here, let's go here, go here. I don't want to. What's the other one? Set priority filter. Not yet, not yet. We'll figure this out. Set term. Why are we not getting bob? I don't know. So yeah, the await was so we was going. We weren't loading the data in the right order that we wanted to. Okay. So we just want Bob right here, right? Oh, come on. I didn't. I thought I took you off. All right. Continue. Why is it not loading Bob? Bob is right there. Barbara. Let me see. Barbara. Barbara is loading. Ashley. Ashley's loading. Elizabeth. Elizabeth is loading. Mike. Mike is loading. Paul. Paul is loading. Well, I guess it was a Charles. Charles is loading. B.O.B. It's not loading. Kimberly. That's loading. Okay. Karen. Karen. We used to, in the old days, we used to just call them stupid bitches. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. If it offends some suburban kid, I don't care. Sarah. Hey, you guys made up that name. It wasn't me. All right, Steven. Let me see. Paul, Sandra. Yeah, it's working. Mark. Oh, okay. So Mark, right? Okay. And I want all the status to be pending. And, okay, that's working. All right. I want all the status to be received. It's received. Okay, now we're getting better results. Way better results. That was the problem. The await. We wasn't awaiting. We wasn't awaiting, and so we didn't wait for the data to come in, and so we was filtering the wrong data, pretty much in the wrong order. So that's what happened. Okay, so which is good, right? We got it. We got it. We got it. All right. So let me see. Let me just check on something real quick. Mm-hmm. All right. So we got it. It's good. It's good. Okay, so everybody, why is it not changing to what we was before? Ashley, okay, okay. All right, so now we have to make sure that on search change, we apply the filter and the sample is here. Why are you all messed up? Okay, unitask. Why are you having a... Okay. I'll do this again. Do it down here. Try. Oh wait, we can't do... Oh. Yeah. Am I correct in this? Okay. Okay. All right. Let me make sure that everything else is good. Compiles. I'm sorry, I'm not an expert in asynchronous stuff, but I'm learning unitask, and returns a unitask. That's what we want. Because unitask, it works on the stack, not on the heap. So we're not making objects, and we're not making the garbage collector work. Does that make sense? Right? So, okay, it's loading up. It shouldn't have worked. I don't know why it does that. All right, it's gonna run. Now let's check to make sure it's running. Okay, let me make sure that no sample async. I need that scroller. It's at the end I need the scroller. Yep, that's it. It's at the end I need the scroller. Come on. Always takes long to load, man. Always, man. Especially when you're debugging stuff. Right. And then what else is there? You know what? I can never get that YouTube thing to work, man. That YouTube chat. Let me see. Just stop. Okay, it's working now. Okay, so we got Bob. Why Bob is not working? Did we get something wrong? See the console. Oh, okay. All right. Maybe something I did wrong. I'll see what's going on. Roll the data. I don't think I need to sample data, right? Because the sample data is going to be loaded. It's going to be loaded. Unit task complete. Await. Return. All right. All right. Now we do Bob. Nope, still no Bob. Betty. Betty's working. Kimberly's working. I guess we don't have a Bob then. I thought we had a Bob. Flores. Let me see. Flores. Oh, okay, Flores is working great. Okay. All right. So now I just want to see the pending one, right? Pending. Working great. Okay. Now I just want to see the receive ones. Receive is working. All right. I just want to see the processing. Okay, we got both processing. I want to see the completed. We got to complete it. I just want to see all status. So we have one receive, one and two processing. Make sure two processing. Work is great. It's working great. All right, great. All right, so when we know that's working, okay. So now just leave this alone. All status, and let's see priority, urgent. Make sure normals is working. Urgent is working. Set, that's working. All priorities, that's working. Great. All right, we got that much going for us, right? Okay. This is why software engineering is just it's freaking boring. I'm trying to make it exciting and fun, but that's just the way it is. So all right, and let me see floor, and then we want to check this type. We want to make sure the type is the type is all blood, so it's just gonna be blood. It's gonna be the same. Urine should be blank. Swab should. This is not working at all. So when we click on tissue and it doesn't have tissue, then we have to just make it blank. So let's just make sure that's working here. So we go back over here. Oh, we gotta. All right. All right. No, that's wrong. Okay, so go back over here, and then we gotta make sure that. Why is it not working? Why is it not working? Yeah. All right. So we go back up here to apply filters. All right. Drop down event handlers. Drop down stat. You got status is working. Priority is working. Drop down is working. For some reason, I think we have. Let me make sure. I think we status. What was it? The one that was type. Type is the one we had a problem with since the beginning. It might be type at listener. Initial top type. Okay. All right. Let's go with Karen this time. See if we could filter up Karen's mouth. All right. It might be just that we just applying too many filters at the same time, but it should still work. You know what I'm saying? All right, almost there. All right. So we're gonna go with, see, Bob is there, right? But for some reason I can't. Sample type, barcode, patient name is Bob. Okay, we're gonna Doe. Jackson. Okay, we got a lot of Jacksons, so we could work with it, but Jackson's just all blood, man. Type, we're gonna say urine. So then we got here. So we go into here. We know we're looking for search samples, right? Which we did good. All right. So search samples is all samples. We got 18, and there should be all Bobs. Patient name Jacksons, right? It should be all Jackson. I'm sorry, Jacksons. Jacksons. And then what was their blood? We wanted the sample types to be blood. Oh, there's no. See, sample type is no. Sample type is. Why is it? All right, so okay. Filter is fine. We don't have that. We are searching. Oh, object reference limbs panel 3. Oh, okay. All right, let's just put the stop there and see what's there's something in maybe one of the members is we're not handling it correctly. So that could be a problem. Like a member of the data. So let's try it again. All right. All right, so we do it again here. Ooh, we're gonna see which field is a no. Okay, so as we are loading up, right? Let me see. Uh, the Barrel House, was it? The beer Barrel House was really good, but we had to go to to one time. Okay, so one time I had a date and we went to Yonkers, right? And the girl, I'm not gonna Vivian, yeah, her name was Vivian, but I'm not gonna tell her last name. She was beautiful, bro, and she wanted to go. We went to the Barrel House. Barrel House was really good. Had good burgers, caramelized onions, and the whole 9 yards with cheese and everything. That thing was good, man. And then I had the beer, the stout, and then she wanted to go see the movie. And I want to see an action film, but she wanted to do the Twilight, right? And but I chose the action film, and I was stupid because I should have just let her watch what she wanted. But the problem is, I had a date before that, like several years before that, with a girl named Atu, and she wanted to see the Titanic, right? But after I sat there through the Titanic for 3 freaking hours. I ain't getting nothing. So the next time, so next time I did that, I just thought about it, and and I watched my action movie, but I didn't get nothing either because she was pissed off because she wanted to see the Twilight series, and I said it doesn't matter whether I watch the movies they want to see or I don't want to see. I still don't get nothing, so forget about it. All right, so there's a reason why Jack's okay. Damn it, I always do that. All right, so filter current filter type. Okay, let me instead of doing here because that's gonna mess things up. Put the stopper there. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna say Jackson. Okay, so we got all the Jacksons, and I want to filter it by urine, and it says blood. Oh, I know why it says blood. I know because I put it in the freaking prefab. You know what I'm saying? Okay, put it in the prefab. So let me see if that's true or not. Filter urine, right? But the problem is the sample type is gonna. There we go. The sample type is is no. So we got to check for that. Okay, hold on a second. So there's two issues, right? The first issue is the prefab says blood on it. We need to get rid of that. So the prefab. Okay, so for the search, what's the prefab sample row right here? Click right here, and then when we double click here, we go to the double layout. I bet you it says blood. No, 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 no. Okay, so it's not happening there. So what probably happening is here, under here, description name, sample type. Hmm. There we go, sample type. So I'm gonna say if, yeah, like that, right? Okay, so we could do that for all of them, but let's just do that for now. All right, and then I gotta add something in here. Link. I wanna check for no. Check. There we go. I want to apply for no. We should actually do that for all of them because, like I said before, remember I told you you always got to check for failure first before you do a success. So that's one of the reasons. All right. So then I'm gonna put the. I'm gonna do that. Okay. Put it here. All right. And then we're gonna go here. So everybody's having a good old time. Brand new year, 2026. Any New Year's resolutions? No workouts? No losing weight? Yo, man, that whole thing, man, it's like losing weight. It was like in the Navy. When I was in the Navy, it's like they expect you to be in shape, but they never give you time to get in shape. You know what I'm saying? And then when it comes to the PT, you have 1 week to get in shape. 1 or 2 weeks to get it. That didn't make no sense, man. And the pilots were always in shape because they gave them time to work out, but they didn't give us no time to work out, man. And then everybody drank those monsters or those energy drinks. So when they did the run, they just like bleh, bleh, bleh. They just wanted time. And then I remember I would do the time, and then they had more time just to mess with me and shit like that. I was like, yo, man, you motherfuckers are a bunch of fakers and shit. All right, so let's go for Jackson, right? And then we're gonna. It still says blood type is. What is it checking? All right, so I'm gonna say urine. Okay. Okay, here we go. So the sample type shouldn't be no. What do I have? Filters 18. And the 18 filter is sample type is blank. All right. Are we checking for sample name? All right, we're messing something up here. Get in there. All right, so we clear all the samples. We put in a sample type. I'm gonna do sample name. I think that's what we're doing. We're not checking, and then over here, I'm guessing we're doing sample name. I bet you that's what it is. 100%, I bet you. All right, let me close this out and do it again. See, there are small things like this is what you got to check for, because sometimes don't assume that everything's going to work because it's just very simple. Sometimes you miss something. Bugs like this is cool because I get to show you guys this is what we do all day long. Jackson, right? And then we do type, and I want this. All right, and then we're gonna go here. Okay, so we should just filter by the name. Sample name. Yeah, there we go. We have no urine. We have, okay. We have no tissue. We just have blood is not working. My blood is not working. There we go. We got all types, blood. And we should still get all the blood. Filtered 18. We got 0. Oh, that's stupid. Why is it not working? Mm-hmm. It is not working. Why? To list. Hmm. All types. Type. Status. 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 Is this checking? Status is okay. Status is good. Priority. Type. I should reverse this. Okay, so urine should be blank. Okay, so urine. Sample name is all blank. What is this displaying? Okay, hold on a second. All right, let's go back to the very, very beginning, which would be sample search, sample row right here. Right, sample row. Let's look at the okay. Sample type, type text, type, the data, sample type data, sample data, type. Now the type patient name. Oh, right here. We're idiot. Okay, see? Don't assume nothing. I'm gonna say sample name. Okay, now that should work. There we go. Okay, that should work. Type ID. Right there. See that one little error? You can't assume nothing. You really can't. You get yourself in trouble. Okay, so we found the problem, we found the error, and you just gotta double check your work all the time. Because sometimes I probably just left blood there just to hurry up and get it done, but the data wasn't matching. Oh yeah, and another time, oh man, I remember I was hanging out with my friend Manny and William, right? Now Manny's a great salsa singer, man. Manny had the straight black hair, he had the Taino Indian look, and he was a little shorter than me, but he was egotistical though. He would get mad if you try to make fun of him, bro. He would just punch people out, man. He had these great kicks too. Like he wasn't afraid to swing the kicks around. You know how like now a lot of people are shy unless you're an MMA fighter, but he didn't care about stuff like that at all. Okay, I got type. I think this is wrong. Type most definitely is wrong. Yeah, you see. Let me see Jackson. Yeah, see, the type is wrong. Okay. Filter name. Okay. All right, let me look at the data. Let me see. Let me see the data again. All right. So here we go again. Go back. Go back where we set the name. All right. So we will go. Okay, let's just do this. All right. So sample name is. All right. Like that. All right. So let me do. Let me look at the data. Super base, super base. So I put my super base in Docker or local just so it could run, right? And then right, and then we go here, public samples, and we have sample type ID, which is okay. Sample patient name. We have receive date. We have status priority. Sample name. Who has a sample name? Oh, sample name. Blood sample. Who has that blood sample? Jennifer Thompson has that. Patient type, sample name. Hmm. All right, so I'm gonna do this. All right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna change the code from not equals contains. I'm gonna say contains. All right, and that way we'll be able to because some of the sample names are like blood, but you know we're gonna have so many different sample types, and we didn't connect the sample type pull down. It's hard coded pull down from the database, which we need to do on load, right? So, right, so let's go here. It's loading up. We have our Docker. All right. All right, we loaded. We reloaded. I'm loaded. I reloaded. I think that was what movie was that from? I don't know. Forgot. All right. So Thompson. We need to look for Thompson. Thompson, right? And then we look to look blood. Okay, so we're looking for anything that contains blood in it. And we ain't find nothing. All types. We got all types. All right, so let me do it again. Let me fix that. On oh, see, where's my super base? Super base. All right, then we go to data, samples, samples, and okay, let me add that. Let me add that. So I forgot about that. I'm sorry, guys. No cancel. Uh, I'm sorry about that, guys. Window capture, and we want sample data types. There we go. Right, and then we want fit screen. I reload it. Yeah, something like that. Fit screen. There we go. And then there we go. All right. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna test this out. So we have one. What's her name? Jennifer Thompson, right here, right? Remember that, right? Jennifer Thompson. Copy. And she has a received by priority, created that, updated that, deleted that sample name. She has a sample name that says blood, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna change that to just blood just to make sure. So sample type 34. See, this is why you need to say contain, not have, because if not, you have like a big ass list of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you just say something like contains urine or something like that. Just to make sure. Oh, sorry. Just to make sure we got filter contains. Then we go back over here. No, it's not that. Sample watch. Oh, sample row right here. Sample row. For the sample row, we make sure barcode. Sample data status. clear fields. Okay. All right. Let's try this again. Thompson, what's her name? Jennifer Thompson. There we go. We found Jennifer Thompson. And even though we gave a sample type ID, sample name, basic metallic, that's not that. That's not ours. Sample type, basic metallic, no. Was it this one? So I'm gonna check the bottom one again. Basic. Oh, that's just weird. Urine, no. Tissue, no. Swab, no. All right. So we need to fix this some more. All right. So let's just fix this first because it's driving me nuts. So the type. I'm gonna load up. Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that. All right. Okay. We got this one. Header button. There we go. So we got type, status, and priority. But the type is not working very well because we're not loading it well. So we got to load it here. Let's just give me a chance. Okay. Sample name is blood, but it didn't work because it doesn't. Reason why it doesn't work. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? Just to test, right? I don't really like doing this too much, but sample string no empty equals blood or just to test it out. You got to do this one more time. There we go. All right, just to test it out. All right, because we're changing the text. We're not searching by the text. We're not searching by the actual UI test. We're searching by the sample, the actual sample name, the actual sample. Oh boy. All right, I'm about to take a break in about 5 minutes. Get some more water. Get something to eat real quick. I know my room's a mess, but hey, it's not as bad as Aspen Goats. I wish I had his viewership. He's a cool dude. He's a cool dude too. I like him. I don't know what he really means anyway because of his facial expressions, but he's like, I don't know what that means a lot of times. All right, so we got here. I remember as a kid, before we go there, right? As a kid, we had one guy. He was always evil. He wasn't actually evil, but he'll do. I think he was just curious or whatever, but he'd do evil things, and he should laugh like this. He used to do that stuff. He drove me nuts. All right, so blood. Okay, let me see. Thompson. We look for Thompson. There we go. Now the type. See. Wow, bro. Blood. There we go. Why blood can't? All right. Type blood. Okay, so we have 43 and nothing. See what I'm saying? It's still not working. So that's a bug we got to figure out. Unless you want something else. But everything else is working fine. except for the dates. Now we got to search for the dates, but anyway, I'm kind of tired, so let's work on something else because I'm kind of bored and tired. So let me see. Do it one more time. See, everything else is working, right? Thompson. And right. And now see when you go type and then when you go back up, it'll say blood. That's like the weirdest thing ever, ain't it? So we gotta figure things like this out, man. It's gonna drive the users crazy. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's search for by priorities. I mean status, right? So status is pending. That's fine. Receive is fine. And then browsing processing is fine. And completed is fine. Okay, so now remember, we just want the scenes just to take care of the scenes. So when we click on it, there we go. We click on it, we gotta see the test results. No test results. Custody, we gotta fix this stupid insert. Yeah, that's way too big. Right, and then we gotta fix this. This stuff is gonna be hidden, but it's kind of cool. Yeah. The next time we're gonna show. Oh, no test results. This order not found in the type. Okay, so we gotta do all that. We gotta do all that fixing. All right, but let's just make it look. Let's make it look nice. So in the process of making looking nice, we could probably find some bugs and fix the bugs or whatever. It's just you got to make sure you know your code inside and out. Like me, like sometimes I forget, especially today. You saw I forgot a lot of things. So you have to ask a lot of questions to yourself. You have to talk to yourself, and then you got to make things look pretty. In the process of making things look pretty, you could find bugs, right? So right, because you got to run your code over and over again. You got to stop and run, stop and run, stop. Those are end-to-end, small end-to-end testing. Then you do, I mean, small unit testing, and then you do end-to-end testing and everything in between. I forgot the middle one. What was the name of the middle one? So don't ask me. Okay. All right, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be right back. Let me get some water and a bathroom break. Uh, hey, I'm back. All right, let's see what we can do here. All right. Okay. So, all right. So so while working on this, right, I'm just thinking how everybody's New Year's is gonna be like 2026. What are your plans for New Year's? You know what I'm saying? Sample window. We go to sample window. Open it up. You know. All right. So I'm here in the test results. Not test results. I'm here in the window manager. Then we go to the windows. We go to the save one. Go to the content. Go to list view. Custom list. There we go. ID, right? So I put everything in a nice little panel. ID. I think this stuff is too big. We can make a little smaller, just so we could fit more information. So I'm gonna say 50, right? And then I'm gonna say the content is auto sized, but I don't want it to be more than 30. Max is 30, right? And then minimum is 10. Does that look right? Let me see. That looks good. Yeah, I think that. What's the size of this thing right here? Oh, ID. What's the size of ID? ID is 25. Max is 25, and then right? And no, that should be 25 as well. There we go. So that's the same size. And then the minimum there's 9, and that should be 9 too at minimum. Okay. So now everything kind of like looks, yeah, everything's like kind of the same size, so it doesn't have that weird look. Right? And then should this be vertical or horizontal? I think it should be horizontal is good because it's just safe space, right? But it may not look good. I'm gonna say set this to 50 as well, and then we got to fix this. This was 925. This should be all 925. 925, and this should be boom 9 and then 25, right? Oh man, you know that. What's the size of this right here? This size is 42, 72 max. This size is, see, this is the wrong font too. I want all to be the same font. Roboto bold. There we go. And this needs to be no more than 25. Right? Yeah. Everything needs to be the same size. For me. It's just, actually, you know what? I did this wrong. Normal buttons. Window manager buttons. There we go. That's for the windows, content. And then the buttons. Button. There we go. Window. Text size is just going to be 25. There we go. Let's save spacing. It's interactable, yes. So that's good. 25. We got the 25 size. This should be 25 too. Chain of custody is 25. And the change is 25. All right. So now when we go over here on our, should be all the same, 25, 25. 25, 25. That should be 25. That should be 9, 25. There we go. Oh, and then the panel should be 50, right? 50. There we go, 50. So we could fit more information. You don't want people to scroll down all the time for what they want to see, but sometimes you can't help it, but you try to keep it to a minimum. So that's 9. I put 8. 9. So that's supposed to be 9, and this is supposed to be 25, and this is not the height is going to be 100, not 200. It's still kind of big. Why is it so big? Oh, because I didn't change it. 25, and then this is gonna be 25, 25. Okay, that's good. Yeah, because before it looked like all lopsided. You know, everything was like, some of them was really huge, and then some of them was really small. You know, it looked weird. So 9, 25, and like I said, going through all this stuff, it forces you to do a lot of debugging. 50. Okay, that looks way better. That looks way better, way better. Okay, it's 925, and then right here, 920, 925. right? And then 150. Maybe the spacing could be a little closer. Scroll area, list. Spacing could be a little tighter. 5. There we go. Right there. Because you want them to be able to see all the information that they need as fast as they can. And then some of the information is not for them, it's for us for debugging. Like I'm not going to show them the sample ID. They don't need to. The GUID, they don't need to really look into that. So, you know, it's whatever. Hackers might use it for some reason. I don't know. All right, 925, 925. That's weird, awfully weird. 9 and 25. There we go, John debug. All right, and then we're gonna go down a little bit, and then we're gonna go here. Actually, you know what? We could do all this, right? We can make them all 50, so we don't have to go. There we go, and then we're gonna say 920. Actually, we go like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. So we don't have to go all at one time, one at a time. So that was my fault. So now you know, right? And so, all right, just go like that. And if you miss one, that's fine. You just fix it later. I mean, don't cry about it. You know, don't be in middle management. Man, bro. Let me see. Don't be middle management here. All right. So now everything has to be this. This has to be 9, and this has to be 25. Okay. And then, all right. Okay. Then we're gonna go over here. I left one empty just so we could just copy and paste later on, duplicate later on. So just in case we need it, so we don't have to like recreate anything. Okay, we got the sample window, and on this thing, hopefully it looks a lot better. If I'm not talking about something, it means because I don't know right away, and so I have to do some research. So I do it offline, and then try to fix it, figure out why it's not working for you guys, and then come back like that sample problem that we have with this with the type. I don't know what's going on, even though we checked it. So I'll just check it offline and see what's going on with it, and then we'll come back and then we'll discuss it again. Okay, so I just want to click on this. Okay, now it looks a lot better, right? Than before, it was like all these different sizes, fonts, and all that. Now it's just all one font, right? So now there's another option that we need to do. We need to let people print in CSV or PDF, and so we'll put buttons here just so we could people could print out what they want. Okay, you can also put buttons here on the side. You can make another column for like say auxiliary problems and say print and stuff like that. You know, it's up to you. I think I'm gonna do it. So I'll show you how we could do it. All right, but first let's just finish with this sample window, and then I'm gonna show you how to do other columns. Okay. All right. So okay, the day in the life of a programmer is boring, right? Yeah, I'm sorry about that. All right, so scroll area. Oh, yeah. So you can skip all of this. Oh, okay, so I said I was gonna add a window. So you go up here, and you know, on the sample window, this is the sample panel right here. This is the whole sample panel. Okay, see how it looks a lot neater, a lot nicer, and all that junk. So let's just add several buttons, 2 buttons, dragger on. This part is called a dragger, which is this part right here. And you go to EU, or you could just go to Evo, buttons, I want to say icon only, right? And then we're gonna say yeah, right. And then we want a layout for it. We want a layout element, and then we go. And then we're gonna put it over after before the icon, right? And then we are going to call it text. Actually, no, we don't print. Let me see if we can find a print icon. We don't have a print icon. We have a file icon. Yeah, let me see. You got something colorful? I'm looking for something colorful. Because, damn it, it's my app and I build it the way I want to. Fuck that. I'm not going for office chic. I'm looking for ghetto fabulous. Ghetto fabulous. All right. But I may have to just print. Okay, I'm just looking for icon. I don't know if you guys can see it. No, you can't see it. All right, I'll show it to you later. Come on, you can do it. I mean, it should be. I should find it real quick. All right. If not, I do a print mail. Printer, no printing icon yet. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no printing icon. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Sorry, it'll take a little while. Function command print. Does it say print page? Controller. Nope. Nothing to print yet. You got all these icons, but you ain't got no. Oh, here goes the printer. There we go. There we go. Yay! Yay! And I'm gonna say print. We don't need to say it. We don't need to. Text is off, right? And then settings, interactable style. No navigation, references, and thing. Okay, so we got print right here, and then we're gonna have another one for export, right? In case you want to export. So we're gonna change this icon to PDF, right? PDF. No file. Yeah, we just use this file. There we go, file, right? And then we kind of gotta give it some text because you're gonna say CVS, right? CVS. Oh, okay. So that's basically it. That's all you're gonna do. Now the sample is a little off. I think that looks good though. But if you put the sample like over here, like align it, that's fine. Or do something like like this. You know, I mean, it looks fine. Like this is fine. I mean, I really wanted this to be colorful, but I don't know. We can. Let me see. Let me see. We could find something that matches this. Is oh yeah. Okay. Oh god damn it. All right. You know what to do in here, over here. So cartoon mega pack, and I got GUI in game, GUI menu, AP. Because I like it like this. I mean, the job Sims are really freaking boring. So as long as it makes sense. No, I ain't got no. Ah,
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. But why is it setting style? And we got the style right here, ripple effect, preset, styler, ID, color, audio. That's pretty cool. Tint, primary tint, that's tinted. Alright, so if you don't like that, you could just use another type of button, but I mean, for me, that looks cool. Alright, and then sample. Alright, and so when we go here, when we actually run it, you're just gonna go sample. I mean, the sample one, we gotta change that from one click to double click because when people are scrolling. And then we go, see, everything looks nice and neat and even. Oh my God, that's beautiful. Oh my God, that's beautiful. That's what I wanted. All right. But we got all this space down here that's not doing anything. So let me see if we could fix that, right? Right? So go here, go to sample window, we go to sample content. That's fine. Oh no. Sample window. Sample content. Dragger is that one. Sample content is this one. And then window manager. Oh, because I moved it. Okay, move it. There we go. Right here. That looks a little better. Actually, let me raise it up a little bit. So it doesn't look like we're overlapping so much. I don't know why that came up. We had an error there. All right. Okay, well, let me close this out. Jane Smith. Oh yeah, that looks way better. I gotta move this name up there to the top because it looks way better. Wow, that looks beautiful actually. All right, so we gotta add a margin here because we don't. It's too close. All right, so margin left. I'm gonna say 10, 20. There we go. That looks great. All right, and then yeah, that looks great. And then we gotta move the name, not the sample name, patient name. Let me see. Just I'm just gonna rearrange these to make sure that makes sense. That's why I put everything in a container, so it's easy to move around. Okay, so we're gonna put sample name under patient, patient name under sample name, and then patient ID under that. And then type description, sample ID. I already have sample ID. All right, let me say save content, refresh button, feedback button. All right. Let me drink some water right here. Oh. So now, the next time we review, we're gonna try to export it. Well, actually, let's fix all these bugs first, and then we're gonna export it to WebGL. All right, and then we're gonna see Jose. All right, so we got the patient. That's good. Sample name is that. The ID of the sample is here. Patient ID, sample ID. That should be, oh no, different ID. Yeah, description. Okay, description should be bigger because it's going to be a multi-line, right? Because it has to be multi-line. So we're going to pick here, sample window. The test results. What was that? Okay. Oh yeah. ID, description. I'm going to make description a little bigger. I'm going to make that into 100, right? And then that should be multi-line, right? Let's see, Evo has a multi-line. As input is multi-line. List view, no. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Hmm. Description is not correct. All right. Content. Hmm. There we go. So okay, I gotta look at the data and see why description is being made the same as the one above it. No, it's going. It's right. It's correct. It's very correct. Let's see. Okay, that's fine. Sample. Yes, from the sample. Yeah. There we go. Okay, we're winding down. Let me see. I'm working for. Let's see what else is there. Okay, that's correct. That's correct. That's correct. All right, let's move on from here. Okay, and this I'll show you a quick trick. Most people already know it, but you go to the scroll bar section. You go to the sliding area. What was it? Scroll bar. This, and then you can mess with the values here. So you could go scroll down and scroll up. See right here. You don't have to like do all that weird stuff. But I do need to add something. Yeah. What was it? Save content. And then we need to do is feedback button and loading indicator. Okay, so we're gonna do we're gonna go here. Oh, come on. Okay, we're gonna go here. That's the save section, yeah. Content. Content is all right, so we're gonna go here, we're gonna do Evo, we're gonna go spinner, we're gonna show radio, right? And then okay, so we're gonna do layout element, and then I there we go. And we're gonna ignore the layout really, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna move it around. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Save spinner. There we go. We got the spinner right about in the middle, right in the middle. Right there, and then we're gonna set this off. But here, we're gonna drag and drop the spinner to it. Where is it? Oh, yeah. Okay, and then because we did move it, right? Which was stupid of me. I remember why I moved it. With the content, the windows. There we go. That's good. And then we're gonna add a content. That's the content. Then we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna say Text Mesh Pro, which is gonna be right. I'll put it right here. Right here. All right, so we're gonna do this right here. There we go. Right, and then we want to make sure that I'm gonna make sure that it is always not a layout element. We don't need that. We need that, and then we need this to change the font. We need to change the font to what the font that we wish. And I think I'm gonna put this right here in the middle. That way it always, right? You always see the stuff. And then content, we drag and drop right here. That's all we want. Refresh button. Nah, we don't really need a refresh button, do we? I'm gonna make it a. I don't want to make it a listener, but I mean we are refreshing already. Okay, so let's test it and see if it works. Make sure nothing breaks. Let's see. Loading, loading, loading. Have you seen the new e-bikes, right? New Jersey, I think the governor or the mayor or some politician want to make it so you have to have a registration and a DOT helmet and insurance for your bike. And I'm like, wow, man. They take tragedies and they make money out of them all the time. It's ridiculous. Bob Johnston just don't really have a lot of data in it. Okay, and then we have, yeah, this has more data. Okay. Deleted that, deleted that. You know what I'm saying? It isn't deleted at all. All right, and then we have, all right, then we have these buttons when we want to, oh, cool, cool, cool. We are. Oh, I see, I see. The text is going on. Yeah, we need to put the text on top. All right, so icon only two. I see. We got to put the text here. What's the text? What's the text? Content, fixed, tooltip, text. Right there. Right, so we want, and this one too, the content. Content's right there too. All right. Let's save and test. Yeah, I mean, why you need registration, insurance, a DOT helmet, oh, and a license. Ridiculous for e-bike. Come on, man. It's just an e-bike. It isn't a 2-ton car. You know what I'm saying? You need to put more restrictions on cars than you do to those, to be the honest truth, man. All right, so we go here. All right. Oh man, content is behind it. That's the problem. We'll fix that later. Okay, and then actually we don't need the text because that's fine. We'll just turn off the text. All right, because we don't really need it. Okay, so text off. There we go. Interactable on, custom content off, off. Allow double click off. Ripple effect. All right, let's test this all out. You know, I mean, come on. You know they're making like the insurance companies lobby them. You know how much insurance is for your car, and I never even have a crash. It's like freaking fucking ridiculous. I just want to ride a bike, a e-bike, just to have a good old time. I don't need a registration license. Come on, they're just trying to kill the industry. And don't tell me it's for safety. No, it isn't for safety's sake. It isn't for safety's sake. It's all bullshit. It's just to get you to spend more money. Okay, that looks good. Gotta get rid of this stuff. See this stuff, man, that looks so weird. It's all discombobulated. All right, all right. We'll fix this right. What we got here? Sample window, and you know what we're doing? We are going to the window manager, and we'll move on to the next panel right here. Great. So now we have the panel. Row. Oh, that's something else. Hold on, let me see something. No, that's a chain of custody. I'm looking at the wrong one. What time is it? Okay, let me take a quick break, bathroom break. I'll be right back, folks. All right, I'm back. Okay, so let's fix some of these stuff here. So we're gonna be not we are in edit, yes, and then we are going to go to the list, and then the ID. Yeah, that's too big. I gotta be 50. There we go. Does that look better? No, not really. All right, so you know what? I'm gonna leave it. Oh, it's running. All right, it's running. So edit ID. The ID thing is not gonna be 50. I want this to be 25, right? 925, and that's gonna be 925. ID, that's fine. Okay, so then we got, okay, we want, nah, that's the thing. ID doesn't matter. Okay, I'll make this 50, 50, 75, no, 50. Okay, let me see how that looks like, actually. All right, so we're gonna run it to see how it looks like. We're almost there. All right, so let's click on one of these and see how it looks like. ID is too small. Too small. You know what I'm gonna do? It's because, all right, so I'm gonna do the same style as an edit. Sample search, sample window. We are looking at Windows edit. Right, I'm gonna make it into not a vertical but horizontal. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. All right, and then we have 5, 5, 5, 5, then 5. I think that looks way better. I don't think that's gonna look good like that. And then we're gonna say, okay, so that's gonna be height 40. What's 50, right? 40. ID width is not gonna be the whole thing. Width is gonna be like, yeah, that's like 30, bro. Yeah, there you go. Right? Right. And then this is gonna be, oh wait, this ID is gonna be ID content 21, 25, 25. Okay, this has to be a little bigger with 50. There we go. It's at 50. 25. It's at 25. There we go. 25. The same thing with this one. 50. Right? And then remove that horizontal to make it horizontal. Right? There you go. That's gonna be barcode. It's gonna be like 40. Width is gonna be perfect. It's gonna be 50. Oh no 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 no. 100. Right? And then we're gonna do. There we go. Bottom. How it looks like. It's kind of weird. But okay. So, yep, this is daily grind. Okay, this needs to be 25. That's good. And that needs to be down here. That's good. All right. Label it's got to be 25 max. Why is it normal? 5 5. This has to be 5 5 too. 5 5. And then barcode. Why are you like that? Upper left. All these need to be 5 5. Then barcode needs to be 5 5 5 5. Why is it looking so bad? All right. Let me see. Is there something wrong with this? Oh, height. You know what? I'm gonna do this. Copy. Paste. And we have, oh, prefer height, copy component. I'll do this. Paste values. No, that's totally barcode. It's totally wrong. All right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna delete barcode. Do this here. I'm gonna say barcode. So I don't want to spend all day doing that. And then I'm gonna say barcode. And then I'm gonna say we are gonna make it width 100. There we go. Right there. And then with this one too, I'm gonna say 100, width 100. Because I want it to be all even. Right? And then I have to fix this again. Content. Missing barcode. Fix now. Barcode. And change this to barcode. All right. Okay, and then I'm gonna do that to the rest of the group. I'm just gonna get rid of all the vertical layout groups, remove, and I'm gonna put in horizontal layout group, and then we're gonna do 555, and we're gonna make everything 50, height of 50. There we go. And then let me see how that looks with the scroll bar and the value. Almost there. All right, so then you got that. Did that already. Okay, I did that already. All of them have their layout horizontal group, right? All right, so let's just take a look at it, see what doesn't fit. I mean, it's a lot better. Let me see. All right, so pool description. Okay, so pool description. Status is fine. Okay, this has to be 25, 25, 9, and then this layout has to be 100. No, not prefer width. It's 100. Just to match for everything. And then we have to fix this thing here to make it. Yeah, there we go. All right, so now we got to go to, what was this? Status. I'm going to change this to status. All right, so depending on what priority they have, you got to adjust the order of your UI. Maybe the status is too much. Okay, now this is too wide area, so we're going to go here. Scroll area here. Okay, that's spacing should be 5. Not 5. There we go. Spacing is 5. So it makes everything's a lot more tighter and easier to see. And let me see, we go back to the top. Yeah, it looks really good. Yeah. So let's see. Some things need to be make more space. Some things needs to be more spaced out. Barcode, patient ID. Patient ID is wrong. Again, this needs to be 25. This needs to be 555. And then this needs to be, the width needs to be 100. There we go. Now we even, squeezing, bowl weaving, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right, so then we do this. Width is 100 again. Oh man. How that looks like. No, it doesn't look very well. Let's just fix it first. Sample IID label. 25. Max is 25. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, and this is off. Yeah. That looks good, actually. That's not that bad. All right, and then we got to do patient name, label, 25. And then we do the horizontal, then we do the margins. And then we got to do max width is 100. There we go. All right, and then the same for this. Oh, patient ID. Patient ID, patient name. Access 25. There we go. And then we got it here. Okay, that's fine. Is it coming out good? It's coming out perfect. All right. It's coming out perfect. Alrighty. We got label text. Label text. This has to be 5 in the middle. Max 25. There we go. Updated that. Same thing. 25. That margins 555. And then we got boom 100. 1,100. That's it. And then the same with the patient name. The reason I'm doing by hand because we could do it. I could just say copy and paste, but the problem is I have to re-enter re-enter the whole thing. But it doesn't really matter. Yeah, that's right. All right, so let's just do that. All right. Let's do that. What I'm gonna do is just do it all at the same time. So we're not bothering anything. There we go. But now we gotta adjust their layout. No. Which one had a good layout element? I think this one had the good layout element. Copy. And then we just do that to the rest of them. So we're just doing this so we don't have to keep doing the whole thing. And I gotta change that name to label. Paste values. There we go. Okay, then we got All right, and then we should be done. So I hope you guys had a good time. I'm winding down. It's been almost gonna be close to 3 hours. So, I hope you have fun. Hope you learn some new things. I learned some new things. Um, you know. Oh, this one. All right, and so then we have. Yeah. All right, so let's look at what we got. Adjust the name. We don't need to adjust the name. We do need to change the name of the labels though. Scroll bar. Let's just check out how it all looks much better. Except for some description needs to be bigger. And then it looks much better. More synchronized, more, it just fit better. All right, so let's go down here. Status tests. That's fine. Input multi-line pull description. That should be about 150 because it has to fit all that stuff. And actually, no, that has to be top down, I believe. Description. Yeah, that looks good. What's description? Labeled pull description. Oh, it doesn't fit. Okay. So what this got to do is we're going to take this one out because we don't need it. But we need a vertical layout. Boom, 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 boom. And then we need we got it. Okay, so the label it's not that. The label is flexible width. And there we go. Beautiful. 9 is that. All right. And then maybe the description we should make it a little bigger because I'll make it 200. Yeah, we go. Looks a lot better. Beautiful, beautiful. And now poo size. Good, perfect. Now the switch. I think I'm gonna make this vertical as well because 100 and then move that and make this vertical. Layout element vertical. It's pulled. Pulled right here, and then something's wrong with this switch here. Make it 100 by 100. How'd that look? No. Ignore. I'm gonna say 100 by 100. No. Width 100 and then height is gonna be 100 and 100. Then move it around. Oh, here it goes. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna make another switch because it's not really working out. Sorry, it's not working out between us, but we'll try it again one more time. All right, we're gonna be winding down now. Evo switch with label. There we go. We just want to switch. That's what I want. Layout element, ignore layout. All right, it's pulled. Okay, there we go. On, off, on, off. Okay. Switch. Which there you go. Perfect. I believe that's perfect. Maybe I can make it a little skinnier, but oh no. Yeah, right here is good. All right, that's perfect. All right, so I think I have time for one more story. So hey, I want to do a shout out to Lady Rain, Anthony Alanis, Sean Torres, Stephen Barr, and all the Turkish guys that I met last night in Rise Online. Thank you for being so friendly to me, and thank you for supporting me. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Oh, let's fix a few more things, and then we're done. Label is going to be received by. Especially my boring stuff. Received by. Does that look good? Yeah, it looks okay. Yeah, that looks good. Text. Receive date. I'm too lazy. I just say it like this. Receive date. Actually, you know what? I think all of these need to be more than 100. What do you guys think? Because some of them are too long and end up being doubled. I'll make them 150, okay? You could actually write script for this if you want to. So you don't have to do like what I'm doing. For width, not 100, 150. How's that? Yeah, 150 looks way better. Yeah, it looks way better. Yeah. It's pulled. Now, its pulled doesn't need to be that tall, so I'm gonna make that 50. And then the switcher. There we go. Perfect. All right, so then receive by is fine. Receive date is fine. Receive date. Hmm. Nah, I'm gonna make him 200. Yeah. Well, at least 150, 175. 175, because some of them are still shrinking. I don't want them to shrink. I want them to be all the same size. So you got to make sure that they have enough space, because if not, they'll just shrink. Let's see. Hopefully down here. 175. Yeah, that should be that should be good. Yeah. Perfect. All right, so then we have the scroll bar again. All the way at the bottom. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, so we gotta replace all. We do it one by one. One by one. Patient. No, we got that already. Patient ID. Patient type. Sample type. Patient name. Okay, update that. ID. Okay, then let's delete that. Okay, and then collect that. Collected that. Receive that. Parent sample ID. Better. Yeah, because if it's too long, it shrinks the text and it just messes up the look and people get confused. Business ID, and then we have status. Okay, now we got to scroll down a little bit. Remember, you go back to your scroll bar and you change the value. Status, patient ID. Where we at? We are business ID. Business ID. Then we got status. We got priority. We got location. And then we got notes. Notes needs to be bigger because it has a multi-line field, right? Right? And so that needs to go from 50 to, I'll say 150. There we go. Okay? It looks really, really, really nice. Everything's lined up. And then we have sample name. Again, you could rearrange the orders of these things if you want. Really, really easily. Just by dragging and dropping. And then we got the receive date. Receive date. And then if pool, okay, that looks good. Everything looks good, except for the pool is pulled. I think I need to move this over just to make it even with everything else right there, right? And then I think that's it. Yeah. All right. So all right, let's turn this off, and then we could test it out again. And I think we're gonna call it a night there. I'm not sure. We got 2 more minutes. Well, it's been great hanging out with you guys, you know. So, I mean, usually I do this all night by myself, but I don't, and I talk to myself all night long too. So I might as well just stream it. Okay, so we got here. Let's see, we gotta fix the value of the scroll bar. Why is it not showing anything? Oh, I know why it's not showing anything because we messed up the we messed up the alignments. It looks fine. Toggle. All right. Okay, let me drink some water right here. Last test. Nothing's patient. Oh, actually, there we go. Oh, it looks beautiful, beautiful. Except for the sample data crap. All description has to be big. Let me fix that. What's description at? I just saw it here. Oh, here goes description. That needs to be 200. Okay, and then let's try it again. Sample data is good. Robert is good. Yeah, that's good. That's even. Everything's even, and that looks great. That looks wonderful. Pending, normal. We got to get rid of that header stuff. Notes work great. Yep. Sample error. Okay. Yep. Perfect. Now we're gonna fix the value of the scroll bar to be all the way on the top. All right, there we go. Okay, and the size a little bit bigger, so we could do it. All right, folks, I think we're done for the night. Thank you for stopping by. I mean, this is Bronx Mike checking out. Hey, if you're into a Rise Online at 2 a.m. in the morning, you're a night owl, come by and check us out. Okay, goodbye, everybody. Have a good time.